Okay, so here's the situation. It's after 1 in the morning. It's now Tuesday morning. We're still about an hour away from where we're supposed to be going, and we're waiting for somebody else that's supposed to join the group to come and find us. They've already missed this road that the dirt road that takes us out to the gold field once. I think we must have missed it by about 20-25 miles, went past it, had to turn around and come back. So this has been an extremely long day, and we've still got to pitch a tent and everything else tonight. So that means either we're going to sleep in late tomorrow morning, which I doubt because in the desert it's going to get hot very quick, and you know how it is in a tent, or we'll get up early and we'll all feel terrible, and we probably won't get a lot of anything done that's really very productive. So the culture here is very, very laid back. There's no rush to do anything. When you stop to get gas, you also stop to have coffee, and you sit down and you talk for an hour and a half, and there just doesn't seem to be a rush to go and go prospecting. I think some of that may be due to the fact that the prospectors here have pretty much ran out of finding the easy gold, the gold that anyone could find with any kind of a detector, because they don't know the fine points of the mine lab or what to really listen for. They don't realize there's still more gold there. I'm sure there's a lot more gold there. They're just they're not finding it because they don't recognize the sounds of gold. They know one sound. They know woo woo, and they know when it goes woo woo when it hits a big piece, and that's it. They don't know anything about listening for subtle targets or any target that would indicate that you've got a really, really deep piece of gold. You know, the one where that threshold is ooh, where you get that sort of a growl that tells you, I better investigate more. So hopefully I'll help them figure that out, and we can get them back on the right track again. But there's a definite lack of enthusiasm as far as what I can see so far. And that may be why things have actually slowed down from our perspective in the USA in terms of sales of machines and coils over here. It's not because there's not still gold here, it's just that they've now reached the limits of their knowledge of how to operate these machines, and they need a better training. So as I said, hopefully I can provide it for them, and I'm going to need to look at the lay of the land and see if it matches all the criteria that we look for back in the US. Alright, this is Doc, here on an adventure in Sudan, out in the middle of nowhere. Boy, the stars are beautiful, though, I can tell you that. Something I miss in Las Vegas, because with all the light pollution from the Strip, we just don't get to see the stars. But we're out in the middle of nowhere. I've got my spot beacon on, so you ought to be able to track me. Alright, I'll check in later. Doc from Doc's Detecting. Take care. Seven in the morning, December 7th. I slept in the car last night, which is fine. I slept pretty good. The ground here, of course, you know, we've got the typical iron stained quartz. However, the quartz is so fine it's broke down over the years, very, very weathered, which has always been a good indication from what I found, the finer the gold. This area is very old. It's not undergone any changes from earthquakes or anything. Look at how rounded and smooth everything is. So it's just been sitting here and it's just been weathering away from probably the sand and the wind and the weather. The ground here is so beautiful, you couldn't ask for anything more. Unless it was a little redder. I'd like it to be a little redder, but it really doesn't make any difference. But look at all of this decomposed granite and quartz. It's everywhere. This is just, there's a nice iron stained quartz. Very, very broken down. This has all been weathered for quite some time. So good chance that this was a gold bearing reef and it's broken down. And there's just so many good places out here. I imagine you could actually start swinging a detector any place and be successful.